Right now on your local news channel, live at 5. Day 3 in the Alisal firefight brings an air attack from a squadron of tankers and helicopters. The fire has grown, and so has the response. Command now in the hands of the federal government.
How long will a 20-mile stretch of the 101 remain closed along the Gaviota coast? Plus, a look at the messy commute along Highway 154, snarled by a crash today.
And first responder hailed as a hero while stuck in traffic on the first night of the Alisal fire. Your local news channel, live at 5, starts right now.
From your local news channel, live at 5, starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. We begin tonight with the latest on the Alisal fire along the Gaviota coast. It's burned more than 15,000 acres at this point, and it's just 5% contained.
It broke out Monday afternoon in the front country above Refugio. More than 800 firefighters are on the site now. We have live team coverage of the fire tonight. Let's begin with News Channel reporter John Palmentary, who is there as firefighters held a briefing this afternoon. And John, what is the very latest?
Well, one of the things we do know is that this coastline has very erratic winds, and that's been the big problems as we've had some calming conditions, and then we've had winds strong enough to whip this fire up once again, as we have seen. And let's take a look at exactly what it is doing right now along the Gaviota coastline here. We are located between Refugio and Mariposa Arena, and hand crews have been filling the canyons where the fire has been burning, but they're keeping a close eye on situations like this. A short time ago, we could see all the way up, or at least halfway up the mountain peak. But now billowing smoke, sometimes looking like a volcano, came down through the canyons and reestablishing itself very strongly in this area and heading out towards the ocean again in an area that has not burned. We heard from the incident commander earlier, and they confirmed each canyon has a different dynamic to deal with. They pointed out that the different draws or canyons like Refugio or El Capitan can have 50, 60, or 70-mile-an-hour winds, as was the case on Monday, October 11th. As soon as the fire passed over the rocks, they told me, then some of those rocks broke loose and started rolling down the hills. The trees started coming down as well. We've seen that in fire zones. Very dangerous conditions for the hand crews, so they have to assess what they're getting into. Firefighters are hoping the advancing flames hit some of the old fire zones, including where I'm standing, the old Gaviota fire. Remember that from 2004? That was a June fire, about June 6th, 2004. That one broke out on the Gaviota coastline and burned about 7,000 acres. And then there was the Sherpa fire, if you recall, that was in 2016. That was on the El Capitan side of it. So where those two fires are, they have had some new growth and it's a slower burn. They realize in other areas the fire footprint, some of the brush is 66 years old, and that means it burns hot, fast, and often in these winds, very erratic patterns. So as you can see, we're now getting smoked out again. The down canyon winds have come alive. They were worried about yet another blast of sundowner winds that are going to be coming through this area. We'll see what it does. There's a whole line of firefighters along the freeway. The aircraft is up, but you know, we talked about the aircraft, and if you see, just this is a perfect example. They don't want to fly into that. They can't see where they're going. And in some cases, when the wind is so strong, when the helicopters or planes are coming in, their drop misses. It doesn't hit the target. There's no sense in spending millions of dollars flying into something if you're going to not be able to hit your target. That's why when the winds calm down, they could isolate. We've actually seen them go right on top of a hot spot and dump on it and help put it out. So that's the good part. We just got to get there and the winds have to calm down. We'll be tracking that for you very closely. Live along a very blustery area of the Gaviota coast, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
Right, great footage. It's so impressive to see those pilots in action. Thank you, John. Very dynamic situation, of course. Federal funds are now available to help in the Alisal firefight. Governor Newsom secured a fire management grant from FEMA. This ensures Santa Barbara County gets the vital resources needed to fight this wildfire. It also allows local, state, and tribal agencies who are assisting to apply for 75% reimbursement of their costs. The Alisal fire is the latest in a string of California fires that fall under major disaster and emergency response.
And Direct Relief is helping folks affected by the Alisal fire. The nonprofit is offering N95 masks free of charge to deal with the smoke. Pick up a mask at its headquarters at 6100 Wallace Becknell Road. That's near the Twin Lakes Golf Course. If you need a mask, You can pick one up from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. We'll have more information about this on our mobile app and on our website. Well, firefighters had no air tanker support during the first 24 hours of this fire, and now fixed-wing aircraft are flying around the clock.
And News Channel's Dave Alley is live in Santa Maria, where the action has been going all day long. Dave?
Yeah, indeed, it has, Beth and CJ, starting shortly after sunrise. The airport here has been the site of an incredible nonstop operation. The air tanker base that's where I'm standing right now, the launching point for a fleet of airplanes that have been attacking the Alisal Fire relentlessly around the clock. Now, around 8 a.m. this morning, the first tanker was airborne, starting what has been an absolute unstoppable parade of planes. About 10 tankers in all of different makes and models, including 2 massive DC-10s. They've been taking off and landing here one after the other for hours. Now, as soon as they arrive back, they are able to refill with that retardant, and within minutes they're back up in the air. And planes have arrived from around the state. In addition to the 2 tankers that were already here before the fire started, other aircraft have been pulled from around California, including Sacramento, San Bernardino, Lancaster, and Paso Robles. Combined, they've made dozens and dozens of drops getting retardant into hard-to-access parts of the fire. While the weather certainly isn't perfect, it's much better than it was during the first day of the fire that it burned, allowing the planes to get up in the air and unload their valuable payload.
The winds are behaving so far, and visibility has been a bit of a challenge. The wind hasn't been moving the smoke out over the ocean as much as it was yesterday. So we're taking the opportunities we're given and making the most of where we can work.
And today's operation is so impressive, it brought out many spectators throughout the day, people coming out to viewing points around the airport to take in the action, an air show of sorts that was free to attend. Now, the turnaround time for the planes to take off here, to get out to the fire, unload, and get back and refill, that's just 40 minutes. Now, there are 9 tankers working this fire, including, as I mentioned, 2 of those massive DC-10s. Those DC-10s can hold more than 9,000 gallons of retardant. The smaller planes can hold a minimum of 3,000 gallons. So when you start doing all the math, all these tankers combined have unloaded tens and tens of thousands of retardant out onto the fire. Much needed support for the firefighters below. That's the latest from here from the air tanker base, live in Santa Maria. Dave Alley, I'm News Channel reporter Dave Alley. Back to you.
Absolutely huge to have that aircraft, those aircraft back up in the air. Mother Nature helping in spurts, right?
And Kels, a lot of this, again, is dictated by the wind, specifically.
Yeah, we got that relief earlier today, but just as expected and forecasted, winds picking back up here at this hour. Double-digit wind speeds across the area where they do have that active firefight taking place, currently anywhere from around 10 to 20 miles per hour, but it is expected to get a lot gustier as we go into tonight. Relative humidity right there, you can see some spots down to around 26%, 29% there, 44 right along the coast where we have seen a little bit of onshore flow, and temperatures warmer today out there. We're even seeing some 70s on the board, and that warming trend really just getting started. But the big impact is what is going to happen to these winds as we go into tonight, and they are expected to stay gusty right where this firefight is taking place. You can see in between Goleta and Gaviota, those sustained winds in the double digits throughout those overnight hours. Finally getting some relief from the winds as we head into Thursday, though. Beth and CJ, a much calmer day tomorrow. I'll talk more about that, as well as where the winds are going to be heading coming up in just a couple minutes. But for now, back over to you.
Oh, the only detour around the 101 freeway closure is Highway 154, and it was a mess today.
That's right. News Channel's Blake Devine is live in Santa Barbara near the Highway 154 on-ramp. And Blake, it is slow going on the pass.
Beth and CJ, it is rush hour right now, and as you can see, there are tons of cars out here, bumper to bumper traffic, and most cars are stuck at a standstill. And this has been a major factor from the fire throughout our entire region, as Highway 101 is still closed in both directions. The result, what we see now, heavy traffic throughout peak periods in the morning and early evenings. Some drivers say that they're seeing 2-hour delays on their GPS systems. Others say this is similar to traffic in LA.
Hopefully we don't just get lost in this vortex of traffic.
Yeah, we're kind of lost in the
hours.
sauce right now.
But I guess
because we want to get food.
I guess we're going on that journey.
We gotta go to the casino, you know. And
Awesomely bad.
so we're toughing it out.
CHP officers are advising everyone to give themselves plenty of extra time while making their commute, and they're also recommending that commercial vehicles such as trucks and buses over the length of 30 feet should avoid the 154 at all costs. Obviously, we still have yet to know when the Highway 101 will reopen, but that'll be determined largely in part to the progress that's put on the fire later on tonight. Reporting live in Santa Barbara this evening, I'm News Channel reporter Blake Devine.
All right, they've got their patience and their humor, it looks like, many of them. All right, thank you, Blake. Well, first responders are already trying to repair the damage caused by the Alisal Fire.
And News Channel reporter Scott Sheehan joins us live along the 101 near Gaviota. And Scott, crews are pretty busy out there right now.
Beth, CJ, the 101 looks much different from when we first got here on Monday when the fire was jumping up both sides of the 101. Now, I want to show you that up in the canyon, that's where the majority of the firefighting is going. That's where the majority of the fire is. And that's allowed crews to come down to the 101 to get to work. Construction crews are busy alongside firefighters still in the front lines of the Alisal Fire. Caltrans teams were hard at work near the Arroyo Hondo Bridge Wednesday, replacing guardrail that burned the first night of the fire. This picture was taken Monday, shows how intense the fire was. 2 days later, crews already replaced the burned wood with metal. Caltrans says there are multiple spots along the 101 that still need new guardrail before the highway can reopen. But it's not just the 101 that's shut down. Railroad service is at a standstill while crews are out inspecting rail lines. Another line getting inspected, power lines. Multiple poles and lines were scorched during the fire.
One transmission pole has already been repaired. And tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., we plan to send up a helicopter to assess the damage and any additional repairs that may be needed. And at that point, we'll have a better idea of restoration times.
Utility company workers say power lines have been de-energized since the fire started, and they're following firefighters' safety guidance. In the meantime, a group of inmate firefighters are helping near Tahigas landfill. The county says some outdoor equipment was damaged, but the main building is still intact. Along the Gaviota coast, I'm News Channel reporter Scott Sheehan. Along the Gaviota, CHP says that they still have a timeline, and they think that the 101 of when the 101 will reopen. Crews I talked to say that they're hoping that it could reopen before the weekend, but that's all contingent on the fire. And as we've seen, when the wind is low, the fire has lessened, but the wind has picked up lately this last half hour, so that's usually when the flames do too. Reporting live along the Gaviota coast, I'm News Channel reporter Scott Sheehan.
All right, thank you so much. Great update, Scott. Well, the Guadalupe police chief is being praised because he helped save a man's life at the Alisal Fire. This was the night that it broke off, and he was off duty.
And News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti explains how it all happened.
Guadalupe Police and Fire Chief Michael Cash was off duty Monday evening.
I was driving from Guadalupe to Santa Barbara to attend a meeting on Tuesday morning,
when he started seeing the Alisal Fire coming his way along Highway 101.
But then in front of us, it was getting smokier and smokier, and then fire started coming our direction on both sides of the freeway.
When Cash saw fire trucks coming through, he decided to step in.
And so I tried to help to move cars over, turned on my emergency lights.
Cash says when he saw an injured driver wandering near a burning truck, he took him to the hospital.
The only thing I really thought of is service. You know, you kind of forget and you get into the moment.
Officers with the Guadalupe Police Department say they weren't surprised when they learned what Cash did to help the injured driver.
That's just who he is. Whether you're in a uniform or not in the uniform, that's just who he is. That's what he has brought to our department. That's the leadership we have here. He knows all his employees by first name, last name, knows their families. He's a true leader.
Cash hopes to set an example as someone whose focus is to be there for others in need.
I think is when you do for others, you're able for someone to be able to do for you. I'm just lucky, and I pray if I'm ever in a situation like that, others will step up and help me.
In Guadalupe, I'm News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti.